All right, hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Tabletop Android, your friendly neighborhood aviation enthusiast. Today is Tuesday, so that means GA Tuesday with the Pilot Club. Apparently, I don't know how to change the title. Sorry, let me give some shout outs here. Andrew Friable Logic is moderating tonight. Full attention to moderating because he's not flying. So, thank you very much, Andrew, for being here. Appreciate it. What is the command? Set title. Oh. Okay. So I first tried slash title, which doesn't exist, and then I tried title, which doesn't exist, but it's set title. Thank you very much. So I'm not flying the Comanche tonight. I'm flying the Bonanza A36. All right. So there's a lot of things. There's been a lot of things that's gone on. Not a lot of things. I don't know. There's always a lot of things on my mind. Because you can use SE, it's right, stream elements. You're right about that. So I finally got into FS Economy. Who was I watching? I think I was watching West Coast Willie, and he was doing some FS Economy, and then I finally bit the bullet. I already had the account, but I haven't done anything with it. So this morning, I finally got around to installing the client and doing a test run. A 30 nautical mile flight from LZU to ATL, and that had its problems. But once you understand how the quirks of the system work, then it was good to go. But what I love about it is that I can manage my fleet or my career, I guess, online in a web browser. So I can do it while I'm at work. I can do it while I'm on the CAN. That's where most of the work gets done. It's pretty great. I don't have to be tied to my desktop in order to manage my account, which is very awesome. Let me just open this up. Hold on. Uh-oh. That little sip there was for you. Hold on, Andrew Friable Logic. Let's hydrate. Delicious. So you immediately, I noticed what you did, you slick guy. You immediately started a battle royale. So if you win, you're up 300 components. That is not how that's supposed to work. You sir abuse your powers from time to time. I don't know if you do it on purpose or if you're not or if I'm just too cynical to really know that it was an innocent task. All right, I'm here playing with the hangnail. All right, so what are we going to do? We are going to do a little bit of flight planning. I opened up the Discord server, my Discord server. It's something I don't know. It's something I'm gonna play with, seeing if I can have the Discord server before and after the stream open, and then I'll have to switch over to the Pilot Club's Discord server during the stream. So we will see how that works. I'm gonna start getting back into once an hour. All right. Now that you've won, you can comfortably get back into once an hour. Let me see here. All right. All right. Cool. So, Andrew, how are you doing? How's your day going today? I'm finally getting over being sick, but now my wife's sick. Cool Del Guy, happy Tuesday to you as well, my friend. How are you doing? I don't remember if you were the one that came second place from last month's leaderboard, but I think you need to get a prize. Thinks you were sick. Yeah. My whole house was a week ago. Oh, you sly bastard! You were able to avoid it. Nice. Usually I'm not patient zero, but in this case, I think I was patient zero. So it's possible that it might go through the house. We'll see. I was saddened to know that I'd gotten my wife sick. All right, I'm trying to, while I'm setting up things, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing next. Let me give you guys just a quick rundown on the activities here at hand. So we have a couple of things that you guys can do while I'm flying or while I'm streaming. I don't want to bore you too much, so I've tried to give you some things that you can do in order to get points. At the end of the month, whoever has the most points gets a $25 gift card to the marketplace of their choice, and the runner-up gets a subscription to this channel. If you're already a member, then I'll give you a subscription to another channel. I believe Andrew won last month, and I think it was Cool Del Guy that was the runner-up, right? Or must have, I don't know. The good thing is my memory is pretty bad, and we have a Discord server that has all that information. But in the meantime, you can play basketball, you can do Battle Royale, which happens every hour. There's a boss battle, which we have yet. I don't think we've won the boss battle yet. We need more people. And then you can, I think you should be able to duel people. If you fly with me, you get 200 components for doing that, and so forth and so on. So I'm always up for trying to figure out how to make this more entertaining for you guys and not just you watching me nerd out, because that is exactly what I'm doing wholeheartedly. Slant alpha energy all day in this place. Okay. All right, so let me give you a quick rundown as to what we are doing today, and I'm going to show you through Navigraph. There we go. All right, so this was a flight that I did this morning. So let me unload it, and let's load up what's going on. So this is the second leg in North Dakota for our U.S. tour. Let me see if I can just give you. And what the cool thing that I like is that I just incorporated Google Maps into it. No, not Google Maps, Google Earth. So now there's some customizing that I can do. There's some more learnings. So we started out here, and then we kind of went this way, came back down, and I think we're kind of like zigzagging from state to state now. So I don't have a rhyme or reason for it, but this is the second leg, so I will need to figure out our next couple legs into the next couple states. But with Google Earth on it, I think that makes it really cool. So let me actually pull it up. Nope, that is a different app. I'm telling you, I know how to use this computer. I'm using Google Earth Pro, which I thought it was a paid subscription or something, but it was not, surprisingly. All right, so this is actually the first time I'm doing it on stream. So let me go ahead and set this up in OBS so that you can see what's going on. So there is a what is this called? There is a feature called, oh my gosh, why can't I find it? Hold on. We're not checking for updates. Did they move it? Automatic, I think they might have moved it. It's in the tools, automatic scene switcher. So whenever I switch to a different application, it will automatically go to the screen that I wanted to go to. So let's go with, I think we'll do it at flight planning. We'll go ahead and add it. All right, so anytime I automatically switch, so if I'm, right now this is one scene, and if I open up Google Thingamabobber, but I don't have it tied to a button yet, so you won't be able to see it. Let me see here. Can I show you my desktop? Let's show you my desktop. That might be easier. But then it's going to go back to flight planning. So I think I might need to break it out. Okay, hold on here. Let me show you my OBS windows. I have it hidden. I love that feature that you can hide OBS. Let me see if that's there. Oh, no, it's still not showing OBS. Hide OBS when, yeah. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I have to stop OBS, which that's not gonna happen. And you're back. All right. Well, you won't be able to see my OBS right now. So I'll have to show you the desktop, and then when I switch, it'll just automatically keep going back. All right, so let's do this, and then I'm going to manually do that. Okay, so here we go. So I'm still trying to figure out how to work the interface, but I think the web version might be a little easier to deal with. Let me see if I can open. I haven't exported this to a file. Okay, so it looks like I was working with it in the browser. So let's close that. Let's just go to the browser. There we go. So we can go to earth.google.com. You want me to check the checklist? Which particular checklist should I be checking? The one for the stream? The one for the plane? Alright, signed in. And oh, it's not here? No. What is going on here? I think I might have to go to the one. Oh, it was on my Google Drive. I'm glad I saved it to Drive. Goodness gracious. All right, here it is. Man, this thing is scaring me. Okay, so here's North Dakota leg 2 in Google Maps. So this is roughly the route that we're going to be taking today. So there are airports. There's some points of interest for us. Some other airports. I put the middle airports in purple. We have a starting airport here in green, ending airport here. So we're not doing a straight line, but we are going to be doing some stuff. So here are some of the waypoints here. And then what I like the slideshow. Slideshows where this all comes together. So we're going to be in Beach today. Beach, North Dakota. It's a city in. Beach is a city in and the county seat of Golden Valley County in the state of North Dakota. Population is 981. So this has been an interesting factor. Things that I've been learning with these is the population of some of these states, some of these cities. Now, why did that distance do that? On the ground. Oh, because you did flight. I was like, where did that information come from? So what is amazing is there are so many different applications that I'm running right now. I just got introduced to LRM, which some of you may know. It is Landing Rate Manager, I think is what it is, but I'm using it because of FS Hub, fshub.io or fshub.com, one of those. It's basically it's a Volanta, but it emphasizes your landing rates and it kind of averages them out. It also keeps a log of where you've been and other things like that. So I like it. It's a lightweight application, but I believe it also has some overlays that it can do as well if I enable stuff. So still playing with it, but there is a myriad of applications. So many applications that I'm running. I don't know what's going on. Okay, back to Beach. Beach is a small town. It's under 1,000 residents here, and if you look at it, that's it right there. That's amazing. And what really is amazing to me is how you can fit 900 people into this, which almost seems like a small spot now. This is one block. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 houses. Yeah, 4 houses. 5, 6. These are really close. 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Maybe 10 houses, 10 to 12 houses on one block. That is wild. And then it has its own regional airport. So we're headed to Beach now. If you got the table of contents here, which you can kind of look up. So we have the airport coming up next. So we're going to start out our flight at the Beach Airport. If we're so brave to give it a call, we can certainly do so. It's got some pictures for us. Hey, what's up, Pac-Man? How are you doing, guy? Nice to see you. We're going through our Google Earth presentation for the flight today. We're in North Dakota, and this was actually super helpful. I'm doing good. I'm doing better than I was last week. I had a lot of sinus pressure and a lot of pain. I had a very hard time working, but I'm doing better, and I'm looking forward to getting up in the morning and finishing or publishing the first draft of the Wayne America scenery. I published it already to my Discord for those of you that might be interested, but I'm gonna put it on flightsim.to this week. So I have to come up with better screenshots and finish out the trailer and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Just thought I'd pop in before I hit the sack. Pac-Man, I appreciate you stopping by and giving a quick shout out. Always welcome. Always good to see you, my friend. You enjoy your sleep. Think of me hopping over fences as you count down to blissfulness. That was weird, right? That was weird. Okay. We got about 12 minutes until I open up the channel for the Pilot Club. We're going to continue on. So this has been pretty cool using Google Maps, Google Earth, because I've been able to visualize the actual flight. Now, here's the problem, is the weather looks like garbage today. So it's very IMC. It's supposed to be a lot of rain, isolated thunderstorms. The good thing is that it seems like the visibility, like the clouds, the overcast starts at around 3,000 and goes
Clear,
up.
bro.
So if we can, that was weird. So if we can keep ourselves below 3,000, then we should be okay to still do this visually. Hold on. Let me jump back into Navigraph. Right. So again, getting distracted all the time. So here's the original route. 20 uniform, I think KBIS. So that's the original route. 133 nautical miles. All right. So on average, you can see here that based on these cells, we've got a maximum height in these cells: 39, 35, 37. We're going to be up here at 38. Actually, we're going to be up here as well. So it's very possible that we could stay below 3,000 feet. So we might be able to do it. We'll see. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to. So here's beach. So actually, okay, right. Let me not jump ahead here. So one of the things I was struggling with was translating what I found in the sectional chart.
Andrew Friable Logic 51 says you are arting tang walla walla big bang.
All right, Andrew. Did you get that out of your system? So one of the things I was struggling with was translating the sectional chart into the actual flight. So I would try to study the chart and say, all right, like the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fly east on this highway over here, and the first visual reference point for us would be I was going to say Moderna. That's not Moderna. Medora. It's going to be Medora. So we have the road, we have this mountain range, and then we have Medora, and there's a river. So that was going to be the first visual point. Now, when I actually get into the plane, and I already learned that I get myself confused when I take off, and then once I get my bearings, I no longer know what my reference point is. So with Google Earth, now I have a better reference point. So here we have the airport, which based on the winds will either take off on one direction or the other. That's fine. If I hit the next place we're going is going to be Medora. Medora. So Medora looks like it's in between some mountains, or I say mountains, hills. It looks like it's in between some hills, and there's a road that goes through it, so it looks a little secluded. And I was like, all right, that's actually a really good visual reference for that. The main road that we're going to be following is Highway 94. And so we'll be following Highway 94, most likely doing our best to keep it on our left-hand side. But then at some point we're going to come up to this spot over here, and I should be able to see it out of my right-hand side. And I'm like, all right, there's Medora. So I think this was a little easier to kind of visualize the flight. Here's Theodore Roosevelt National Park. It's this whole thing over here. I thought it was going to highlight it for me, but it didn't. But it's basically all of this here. All right, so we have Medora, and then we're going to keep following the highway. Next place is going to be Belfield, which has 996 people living there. So that's wild. And look at this. One of the main pictures that pops up is a shooting range. So you can only imagine what life is like in Belfield. All right, so if we continue going on, we're going to just continue. Oh, actually, at that point, we're going to be going north. And I'm very curious to see what this spot's going to look like. All right, so here we are. Let me go back down. Here we are. Okay, so we have Belfield, right? So we're going to see Belfield. We're going to see maybe some of this river, windy river, and then we're going to see a road that goes north from Belfield. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to capture that, and then we'll continue following it all the way up to past the church. I think it's like 26 nautical miles or something. All the way up to Sweet Crude Travel Center. What kind of place is that? So most of this should definitely be rendered in the sim. So we'll be able to visually find that. But this, I learned, is this is a truck stop called Sweet Crude Travel Center. I don't know how much of this, I don't think any of this will be rendered, but it'd be pretty cool to see what does get rendered. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and head east again. And we do have an airport, Dunn County, but we're not going to stop there. That was just there for reference in case I need it, which I definitely am going to need it. But the next place is going to be Lake Elo National Wildlife. So we should be able to. I don't know. It's the color here is a little interesting, but hopefully we should be able to. It blends in with the rest of the environment. But hopefully we should be able to see the lake or be able to identify it. But for the most part, there's a lot of following the roads in this one, and I'm looking at this landscape here, and there's a lot of grids, a lot of there's just a lot of grids. And I was like, man, I know that I get lost in these kind of spots sometimes. So I'm very interested to see if we'll be able to do it. But we don't know if we'll actually be able to do it because the weather is bad. It's bad weather today. So we're going to try and do a visual. And then if things don't look good, we're definitely going to call it and go IFR. We're going to pop up IFR. So we'll need to figure out what an IFR flight is, have that ready. So we're going to do some flight planning. We're going to get this going. So let me go ahead and map out the visual. You know what I'll do? Here in SkyVector, I will map out the VFR route, and then in Navigraph, we'll do the IFR route. Okay, so 20 uniform KBIS. So we definitely know those are the first two spots. So the visual we're doing is, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop up here around, I keep wanting to say Medora. We're going to continue following Highway 94, and look how, and this is, and a lot of you guys know this for me as well. This is part of my problem with the sectional chart. This seems from Medora to Belfield looks pretty small. So I'm like, yeah, all right, I should be fine. And then when I, oh, do I hear you? No. Oh, I see that you are trying to talk. I haven't deafened myself, so I should be able to hear you, but I don't. Andrew was in the chat. Let me go ahead and see what's going on here. Let me see if there's anything with my audio. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and test it. Hey, mister, can you hear me? I'm talking in the Discord. I cannot hear you, but can you hear me? He can hear me. All right. So, unfortunately, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. It's your problem. All right. So here, this looks pretty small, but when I fly it out, maybe it's your output. Maybe it is my output. Maybe let's just throw it back on me. So I've got a Discord set to 40 because if I put it at 100, I put it back at 100. So say something, my friend. Oh, you have been talking. No, don't hear you. My output is fine. Womp, womp, womp. Alright, I'm gonna put it back down to 40 because sometimes the Discord channel is loud. Okay, we were doing this one here. Alright, yeah, so this seems small, and then when I get out into the, sim, it is a lot further than I thought. I know that 10 nautical miles is a lot further than I think it is sometimes. Check your voice and vid in Discord. I did. Well, we're gonna have to figure that out when I get to the next in 1 minute. I have to open up the channel for the next thing. So maybe it's me, maybe it's you, maybe we don't know. And he left. All right, yeah, so now from Belfield we're gonna go north, which seems kind of short here. But after looking at it in Google Maps, it's only 26 nautical miles, but it seems pretty far. All right, so here goes the next waypoint, which is the lake, and then we are going to go to Halliday. And then we're going to make our way to, which is a point that's not here, but I did find it in Google Earth, and I thought it was pretty neat. So over here by Lake Sakakawea? Sakakawea? Uh-oh. Sakakawea. I'm going to do this for another 10 minutes. Sakakawea. Okay. Over here, there is actually a cemetery, a named cemetery, and we're gonna try and see if we can find it. All right, we're gonna go over here next. Hey, that didn't work out. All right, we're gonna do a touch. We're planning to do a touch and go at Garrison Municipal. All right, then after that, we're going to make our way over to Coal Harbor, which is hopefully another town that we'll be able to see. So now we're going to follow this highway south. We're going to make our way to Washburn. We're going to try and keep Washburn on our left-hand side so that we can easily see it. Uh-oh, 7:31. Let me open up the Discord server. So let's disconnect from this one. Jump over to the Pilot Club and get that event started. Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Andrew, I can hear you, so it definitely has to be my server.
No, it was my earbuds.
Okay. So, what do you guys think about the weather?
A little patchy.
I don't know.
It's good flying weather, good training weather.
Ooh, training opportunity.
Especially for this plane, like if I screw up one thing with the fuel system, I'm coming down. If I even get a little bit of ice, I'm coming down.
That's it. Well, I went with the Bonanza A36 since we have icing. I think it was at 5,000. So I don't know if I'll get that high, but I'm not messing around with the ice today.
That's why I got my engines heating up right now.
Nice. All right. Okay. And back to this here. All right. So we're gonna make our way to Washburn, and I looked on the map to see, because I always have a problem seeing the railroad and the road. I usually a little easier for me to follow rivers than it is for me to follow the road. Excuse me. So I was able
Yeah,
to.
it looks like we got a couple new faces in here.
I was able to see the railroad. We'll see if I can see it in game. Oh, is this a show and tell? Raise your hand if you're brand new.
Hello.
Hey there. Hey, that hammy guy's brave. He was the first one to do it. Nice work. Oh, and Will is raising his hand. How's it going, fellas? Very good, very good. I'm glad you guys were able to join us tonight. Did you have an opportunity to look at the Google Earth supplement?
Yeah, I got on there and looked up. I'm putting it in my flight plan right now.
Very cool. So this is something new that we're trying, and I think it made perfect sense for the U.S. tour, since it has some history and some details about the spots that we're hitting out. So we'll see how it works. All right, I think we're good. Get back to the flight planning at hand. So I think we are following Highway 83 at this point, and Wilton is a waypoint that I remembered. All right, and there are some.
I was getting all ready to fly VFR, but I think we might be, or IFR, I mean, but I think we might be VFR. I know this isn't the weather briefing time yet, though.
Yeah. Yes. Who knows? It is. We'll see if the sim even simulates. All right. So
the current MEDAR says MVFR, and it's gonna stay pretty much MVFR the entire way. Looks like.
All right.
I'm looking at the TAF for the airport.
We're gonna head south. We've got Baldwin, and the next one that I put.
What's the coverage looking like?
Coverage for VATSIM or weather?
Yeah, the VATSIM.
I'm not sure. I remember that they did agree to giving us support. So sometimes they start right when we're here, but it looks like Salt Lake City Center is online already, so that's good.
10-4.
So we do have two airspaces that we're in today, Salt Lake City and Minneapolis. Currently Minneapolis does not look like they're online, but hopefully they'll jump on after our takeoff. And for those of you that did not get to see any of that, here we have our beautiful VAT Spy with all that blue coverage, Salt Lake City. They've been on for 23 minutes. We're starting out on this side, and then we're ending up on this side. So hopefully Minneapolis will log in. That'll be awesome if they do. All right, back to this here. Yeah, so this one was a little arbitrary. I'm gonna try and use the VOR. I just wanted to make sure that we are outside of the Delta, and Bismarck, the city of Bismarck, will be our major key. And then we'll go ahead and log it and get in. So this is what the route looks like. Now let's go ahead and check out the IFR in case things go to crap. All right, so in the world of IFR, we are going to switch our map to IFR low. Been modified, I don't know why. So we are looking for we're looking for airways, established airways. So I was wondering, do we go all the way up here? Because where's the airport? D05. Okay, yeah, D05 is the airport that we were originally going to do. But then I was like, if we're in IFR conditions, what's the point of flying all the way over here when our goal is to get over here? So I think in this case we might just try and make it easy on ourselves and just go direct to where we need to go. So in this case, let me see here. We want to get onto the Victor 2 airway. So so that we can get onto the, that's a VOR, no, that's a vortex, and then jump back and then continue on the V2 to our destination. Pretty straightforward, right? So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can either enter one of these waypoints, the CATSA waypoint, or you can go directly to the VOR and then hop onto the highway. I'm going to go ahead and get us onto the CATSA. So see how it gave me this waypoint? It didn't give me the CATSA that I wanted. So let me see if we can figure this out. Because it kind of, there it is. Okay, so it kind of does like a, I don't remember what that's called, but it kind of locks onto a waypoint if it finds it. So good thing is it did find it, so now we have CATSA. Alright, so we're gonna use the Victor 2 airway, make our way over to DIK, which is not a word that you use with your friends. We'll continue on the V2. And we're getting close. I think we're getting close. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Seems like we're not getting close. So here's BIS. So we can either go to the Bismarck VOR and then turn around, or we can get off at this waypoint, the closest to our destination, which is Hypnu, and then we can go direct there. So that's roughly the IFR flight that we'll manage. And you're back. You got some ads, so you should have taken some of that 25. Well, it was to a marketplace. I was gonna tell you to reinvest that back into the club, so that they don't get ads. All right, so we have both our plans roughly. So something that I don't actually do, which I think I should, is figure out a arrival. What that means is that we're gonna have to take a look at the tab and get a good idea as to what the weather is going to be like, and then what is available for us. So here we have MVFR conditions. It looks like, let me see if I can read this. So we have variable winds at 5 knots, 6 mile visibility. We do have SHRA, which I believe is, I want to say it's rain, but I don't know if it's thunderstorm rain or if it's I don't think it's light rain, but the RA means rain, and the minus I think is light.
What's everyone flying today?
So the SH is scattered.
208.
I don't know.
No.
208, nice. I've got the Bonanza A36 with random failure set to 500x. Oh yeah.
I know Steven is flying the 208.
Yeah, I see that.
They have
He's going
overcast.
analog, though. I'm going G1000s.
Overcast at 3,000.
Brad.
All right, and then here is the rest. So I believe this is the next change
I'm in the new
in the cycle. So they're expecting winds to be 160 at 9 knots. So that's in about an hour. This is about, I think this is about 2 hours. I think it changes every hour. Where's every 6 hours?
The Microsoft update didn't happen today, huh?
It was delayed again.
Delayed again.
All right, so let's see what's going on here. So if they're thinking the winds are going to be 160, the closest one to 160 is going to be 13. So 13. So in either case, because it's MVFR, we're going to go ahead and try and do a instrument approach. So either 3-1 or 1-3 is going to be our goal. So it looks like 160 or 1-3. So it looks like 1-3 is going to be the intended runway moving forward. So let's see if we can make note of that. Runway is available. For us, we want to focus on 1-3. So we'll add that to the route. the actual approach that we'll do, let's see here. So this one is interesting because we got off at Hypnu, but it looks like there's a lot of activity happening over here. So let's see if we have anything that's close to Hypnu. So we have 2 runway 13, and then we have others. I don't know what the difference is. So this is an ILS, RNAV. Let's practice ILS. So we have some transitions. The transitions seem pretty far out. So we could do one that's right from, where is Biz? Oh, Biz is over. Biz is over there. We don't want that one. Let me see here. Okay, so here's Zolon. I am butchering everything. That's way on the other side, so we don't want that. So these are red, and then the other ones are green. Why is that? And there goes Othar, which is down south. I don't know how that's supposed to work, because we're still gonna have to come up to 1-3 over here. Biz is this way, and then final. So no. Okay, so that ILS is not what we want. Let's see RNAV. Wilton, way up here. Sanded, way over here. That's not gonna be good either. I'm going for the 25 this month too. Yeah. All right. Salem. Salem's right here. So Salem might be something that we can get ourselves into. So let's see if there's an ILS. Oh, there's. Okay. Well, these are other approaches. Okay, gotcha. So for 1-3, we have the RNAV or the ILS. The RNAV in this case seems to be what is best for us. All right, so this is interesting. It did not adjust this. So I guess I need to get rid of Hypnu. Let me see what happens when I remove it. Okay, so here we go. So we at least have something in our head. Runway 13 is probably what we're going to get, even if we do a visual. But we are going to do an RNAV. We are going to set ourselves up for an RNAV. So that'll be great. So this is a part of all that visualizing and having and practicing the flight. I believe real pilots actually do this a day in advance, so that they aren't rushing like what I'm doing. But I'm also not risking my life, so you know, you give and you take. All right, but we do have this in so let's actually take a look at this GPS here. So this RNAV approach, just GPS, so we'll have horizontal navigation, but we won't have vertical or latitude navigation. So we'll have to probably use our trim wheel. Let me see here. I think we'll probably have to use our trim wheel to make sure that we are angled properly laterally. Let me see here. So we'll have to go into, so we have ground. We will be talking to Minneapolis Center or whomever is online, Bismarck or Minneapolis. Final approach will be 131, so not 130. Miss approach. Climb to 3700, direct to Jumungu. Jumungu. And hold. Where is Jumungu? Jumungu's on the other side. Okay, so if I had to do a missed approach, I have to climb up to 3700, go direct to Jumungu, and then, okay, so that's cool. So that's just pretty straight. Now this
By the
one,
way, I would check your parking spot. Seems like a lot of you are in the grass.
Yep. I know that I'm in the grass in order to help people that are spawning in, so that they don't spawn right on top of me.
I did the same. I moved into the grass a little bit for make room.
My wheels can handle it. All right, we got about 13 minutes until the briefing. If you guys have any questions about anything regarding the flight, you're more than welcome to ask it now. All right, so we have Jamungu in our head. If we need to do a missed approach, we're just gonna go climb up 3,700. Good to know, right? Yeah. All right, now this one is an elevation 1779. Okay, so we are coming in at. Where are we coming in at? Was it where? What was our initial approach? All right, say this was our transition. Salem, and then Wim 2 is I guess our initial approach fix. So our initial approach fix is Wim 2. So there's a whole pattern there as well in case we need it. And then Omungu? No, Amunj. I don't know how to say that. Amunju. I'm gonna say Amungu, but no, that's not right. And then we have Jabvu. All right. Either way, we're gonna be at 3,800 when we come in. So So we're gonna be at 3,836, and then we'll glide on down. In this particular plane, what is the? Do we have any? I wonder if we have any stats.
There's Dylan.
I wonder if we have any stats on here for
What up?
descending. These are just limitations. So landing gear, 154 knots. If it's below 150, then I can put out the landing gear approach flaps. Really, approach flaps at 154 knots? I thought it had to be on the white the whole time. I'll take it. Yeah, that's great. Approach flaps. Full down, 124. Maneuvering, 134. Hydrate, please. Am I checking the checklist or hydrating? All right, this particular plane, I think both. All right, so I think this particular, probably around 90 or 100, but most likely 90 is going to be the approach speed that I'll take. Actually, it's not going to be 70. Might be in between. But either way, 400 to 500 is most likely the approach. So once I get to it's not a Mungu. It's not Umuge. Yeah. Once I get to Umuge, I can expect 400 to 500 degree decline as I'm going down. All right, and then if I am doing a missed approach, I'm climbing up to 3,700 and just going straight. Oh, look at that! It has it right there. 3,700 direct to Jumgu. So the cool thing is I found a PDF that has some charts, some keys for how to read the Jeppesen. Ooh, buddy, words is rough. The Jepsen, to read the Jepsen chart. So it was a lot. It was like a couple hundred pages. I was surprised with how many pages. So the cool thing is I'll be able to at some point finally understand what everything means in here.
That Rob, that
Should be able to do the host next week. All right.
Yep.
Good
Yes.
to know. All right. So we'll take a look at our. Actually, let's take a look at the winds, because I don't think we'll have ATIS. Let's take a look at the weather right now. So the METAR at our current location is 260 at 17 knots, but gusting 23. So it is wild winds. So 260, 300 minus 260 is 40, and then 260 minus 120 is a lot more than 40. So the closest one is 300. So we'll use 30 as the active runway. Let's actually write some of this stuff down. And gang, how am I going to write this down? What app am I going to use? Hey there, how's it going? I'm going to use Flight Plan Go.
Fine and dandy. And very well.
And dandy. All right, we have a decent crowd
All right, Alex, I
here
can't
today.
watch
Very
that.
cool.
Have fun.
Thank you. Well wishes to you as well.
Thank you. See you all next week.
All right, buddy. All right, we got ourselves a decent crowd here. I'm loving it. All right, gang. 7 minutes until briefing. And you know what I probably should do?
I might actually make it onto the ground before the briefing this time.
Hey. All right, let me go ahead and prep this because I did
There's
it on
just no place for you to park. Sorry.
I did it on a different computer.
I'll make my own parking spot on my caravan.
So 20 uniform KBIS. That's roughly the path. What is the other?
I got to see a caravan on floats a couple weeks ago. God, that thing is so tall when it's on floats.
I saw one of those at Oshkosh a couple of years ago.
Yeah, this one's at Sun and Fun a few weeks
Okay,
ago.
so N60, is that our place? I think that is N60, I believe. So let's put KN60. KN60. We're gonna draw that path. All right. So what's interesting is it looks like, you know, there's definitely a system. If we take a look at the ceiling, this here is indicating isolated thunderstorms. So this is rain, isolated thunderstorms around here. But it doesn't, I mean, I don't think it's going to last long. Thunderstorm, that's by the end of the flight. So it'll pass, but so by the time we land, I don't think we'll have to deal with it. Okay, let me see here. That's the visual. We just figured out our IFR. We figured out our approach. Yep, got that. All right, let me take a quick peek at VAT Spy. We're gonna just do a quick thing here. So I still need to file my flight plan. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let me see here. That is my VAT. That's my VAT sim. So let's log in. Let's allow them to use all of my information. All right. So Callsign, TPC. We're gonna do
I'm just gonna have a stare down
VFR.
at whoever's in this TBM.
Yeah, it's
Light,
me.
wake. We are gonna go.
I see you.
RNAV. Man. We can't do RNAV because we don't have GPS. We don't have GPS with this. So we're gonna have to do ILS. So which equipment is that? So we're not using GPS. We do have. We're not doing slant alpha. Well, yeah, we are. So I guess A. Okay, departure. Our what's our departure again? I think it's 20 uniform. Now let me take a quick look at VAT Spy and see if it comes up. If it even shows
I think
up.
it's going to be a nice crosswind.
Sometimes it shows up and sometimes it does
It
not.
wasn't too bad of a crosswind.
So 20U is what
That's
a lot of people have filed, but it's not showing up on the map. Let me see. Yeah, so it's not showing up on the map as maybe it's K. You know what? Actually, let's try that theory out. Bonanza's a good way of seeing if that works. So we have our map. Let's go ahead and see if we can find. Okay, here it is. So here it has it listed as K20U. Sometimes you have to put the K in, or it just doesn't know. So let's do that here. K20U off block. We're hoping we can get out of here at 45. We are going east, so those are odd numbers. So we're gonna go 3500s. That's what we're going with. Arrival is KBIS. What is our alternate in case things go alternately wrong? We are coming from the north, so it would be nice. These are private airports, so I mean, Mandan Regional might be a thing for us. So we'll do that. Mandan Regional. That's Yankee 19er. All right, so this will do K Yankee 19er. En route, usually an hour and 30 minutes, and we always lie and say we have 3 hours of fuel. Route details we don't need to worry about. Oh, we do need to worry. The only thing we need to worry about is just telling them that we are doing no. Oh, this is Delta 05. I thought it was 60. What was I looking at before? I was looking at something else. November 60. Which one is that? Ooh, I don't know where that is. Maybe that's changed. All right, we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and do the briefing, and then we'll come back to things. Which they will. Oh, I missed it. T2. All right, gang. I got 8 o'clock local time, so it's time for the briefing. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Rock on.
Ready?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Let's
All
hit
right.
it.
All right. Take a look at my screen, and we'll get things started. Welcome, one and all, to another General Aviation Tuesday with the Pilot Club. I'm your host, Pilot Club 444, and today we are continuing our U.S. tour with our second leg in North Dakota. I'm going to talk about some admin things first, and then we will talk about the flight itself. So when you go to the website here, we've got this dispatch for all of the activities we're doing and blog. There are a ton of stuff that's happening, a ton of information, giveaways that we're doing. So go ahead and get yourself educated on what's what by checking out the blog. So we do have this flight crew portal. This flight crew portal, when you log in, it ties into your Discord account. And there's a lot of cool things and some automation that we are working on so that it makes things a lot easier. So you can see live operations map. A lot of us are in this area right now. So as long as you're logged into VATSIM, it will pull those details up. All right. So we make sure that you mute yourself or do not speak while you are on Discord. Hold your questions until the end of the briefing. In the Discord community, if you could use your first name and your call sign, that would be very helpful to us identifying who is who as we're getting to know each other. When you file your flight plan in VATSIM, in the remarks section, if you could put operatedbythepilotclub.org, that would be super helpful for the club. That is optional. All pilots that fly tonight will get 500 TPC points. Those that use their call sign while on the network will get 1,000 TPC points. Only members who complete the onboarding can fly the group flight or eligible for points. So if you want some points, make sure that you get onboarded. If you want to fly tonight, make sure you get onboarded. If you don't know how to get onboarded, it's basically reading the SOP and acknowledging it in our Discord server. You can ask me for help, and I'll sort it out. All right, we do ask for a stereo flight deck. For us GA pilots, that simply means that while we're using the Discord events server, try to keep the channel clear of conversation that's not relevant to the flight. All right. be professional. Try not to miss your calls. If you're on Unicom or CTAF, be verbose. Talk about your altitude and your intentions so that other pilots have some idea as to what's going on. All right. Does anyone have any questions about admin stuff? All right. For tonight's flight, let me see here. We did something a little different. We incorporated a Google Earth presentation, I guess, that has a bunch of waypoints as to where we are going. Because this is a U.S. tour, I thought it might be pretty neat because you do get some tidbits of information. I noticed one thing about these small towns that we're passing is that the population is under 1,000. So I'd found that very interesting. As you go through the slide, we have the airport. Our next waypoint is going to be Medora. And I also thought it was pretty interesting that getting it in a view like this, it helps a little bit to get a small preview as to what's going on. What I've noticed is that Medora is in between some hills, and I would not have gotten that in the sectional chart. So that was actually pretty neat. So that was something that we're doing. The VFR flight plan right now roughly looks like this. We're headed east, then north. At some point we're crossing the river, then we're coming back. At these points we're basically following the highways that are there. Highways that are down here, and then we'll end up over here. The reason I specified VFR flight plan is because the weather looks pretty bad. So if we go to aviationweather.gov, this is ceiling and visibility. There is there's rain. These reds right here are thunderstorms, isolated thunderstorms. The good thing is that it looks like as we continue our journey, this is O2 Zulu, is that so by the time we get closer to our destination, that those thunderstorms should not be a factor. So the clouds, there were a lot of overcast, but it looks like it started at like 3,500 and then it ranged up to like 5,000. I'm currently planning to stay below 3,500 and see if I can still do the visual flight. If not, then I'll just do a pop-up IFR and just do an IFR flight. So we do have some rain, so expect some rain in the clouds, or I guess expect some rain along the way. Temperature and the winds. Oh, the winds. I wanted to show you the winds. The winds looks pretty circular, and through observation you can kind of see that there is a center going on. So there's something interesting going on over here. But that would explain why the winds look like this. We're going to start off with some tailwinds. Oh, that's all right. The surface. Waiting for it to load. Oh goodness. All right. Well, either way, we're going to start off with some tailwinds, and by the time we get to our first touch and go, we're going to have headwinds for the rest of the flight. There's a lot of gust right now. So 17 gust here, and then when we're landing, we've got 14. So be careful when you're landing. What was interesting is that there is some icing. So not at 1,000 or 3,000, but I think it started around 6,000. So if you are doing an IFR flight, there is some icing that starts at 5,000 to 8,000 feet. All right. I think that's what we got going on. Do you guys have any questions about the flight? Oh, last but not least, let me show you the coverage. So currently we do have Salt Lake City that is online. Hopefully Minneapolis will log in, but currently you can get your flight following from Salt Lake City. All right, you guys have a good flight, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, so you missed out on that last part there. Whew. I don't think I was dragging on. I will rewatch the video and see. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let me switch up the windows here so that they can only watch the stream and not everything else that I'm doing. I'm gonna do a little bit of admin stuff here and take some screenshots of who is here. So we can give some credit. When it comes to this, I've got a filter for all of the VFR pilots, or not VFR, all of the pilots. Here, 20U details. Oh, see, that didn't find it. Is there a K20? No, there's not. Okay, so let me pull up one of these other airports, because it'll give me, this will give me a layer. Oh, you're not seeing it. This will give me like a hierarchy of who's there. So Daniel's there as center. We'll screenshot that. And then hopefully these guys will jump on later on. All right.
Yeah, just a note for everyone: if you're going, the IFR route, you're only in Salt Lake City's airspace for 33 miles.
Noted.
Noted.
All right. So what we were doing is we were trying to finish filing our flight plan. So our route details. So this is where I got a little confused. Hydrate. No, I'm not gonna hydrate. You're gonna. Oh, have you been using? Have I been missing? 4 minutes ago. All right, got it. All right, hydrate time. Delicious. Thank you, Andrew.
Are you okay then, Mark? I just saw you teleport across the entire airport.
What? I seem to be fine. I haven't moved, so data is a thing.
That's pilot issues, I guess.
So we got a lot of guys here today, or a lot of guys at this one airport. All right, so let me see something, because I've gotten confused about. So Delta 05 is what I have, and then in Navigraph it looks like it's something else. Let me see if this has any other ICAO, any other identifiers. Not that I immediately see. All right, Delta 05. So that's what we're gonna put. A Delta 05. That's what we're doing. All right, we can leave that. Operated by the Pilot Club, voice and file. All right, now we're like everyone else. So I'm looking at VPilot, and I can show you. I'm looking at VPilot, and it looks like we do have. I don't know which one's which. Salt Lake City. So Salt Lake City Center is online, and I think that's who we're going to be hanging out with. I do wonder, is our airport I think our airport is non-towered. I would think it's non-towered. Yeah, so it's non-towered, so they do not, so they're going to use CTAF, hopefully, 122.8, which is also Unicom in this case, to make their calls for airport separation. The admin portion of the briefing was a little long, but there was so much to talk about. All right, thank you. All right, so we got this app open, and I didn't look at the stuff. So let's go ahead and get our weather report. So we got our plan, and the plan is we're at. Trying to remember these airports. Beach. We're at Beach right now. All right, and Beach's weather is 260, and I'm only going to get the gust, 24 gust, which is wild. 9 mile visibility. That's fine. The the temperature is 6. Dew point is 6. 2924. So the altimeter is what it is. Alright, sounds like a plan. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the rest of the checklist. Or let's do any of the checklists for this thing here. Alright, so let's see here. Before starting that engine, let's make sure that this stuff is working. Before we even do that, let's go ahead and make sure that this is functioning the way that I want it to function. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's see if it reset itself. 97%, alright. 512, alright. Active failures, let's take a look. 11 failures. When did that happen? When in the world? Alright, left magneto, grounding, ignition, condenser limits, starter motor. Oh, we weren't even going to be able to start. Alright, so let's say that we took it to an AMP and got... Is that why he said clear prop? Because something triggered? Alright, the left fuel quantity... interesting. Let me see here. I want to take a look at this. All right, oil. So a couple gauges were down. All right, that's cool. Air conditioner, strobe lights, always the lights. The lights are guaranteed to be down. And the remote compass. Oh, which actually would have been pretty significant because the remote compass. So it's usually this, slave and free, and I think this would have been off. The magnetic compass would be fine. Totally unironic. Let me see here. Wait, I'm waiting for you to crash. Yeah, so the magnetic compass is fine, but this would have been off. Alright, so let's go ahead and get everything fixed. So we have it fixed. Let's go back to standby. Let's turn that power off. Alright, so we've already, threw out a bunch of money before we even got this thing started. Alright, seats, cabin doors, parking brake is set. Let's see if the parking brakes are functional. Alright, they are. We pull out to engage our parking brake. Avionics all in. Avionic breakers. Are that these or is that a different thing? Take a look. Where's it pointing? Ah, it's pointing to this stuff. Alright, those breakers are all in. This is what it looks like when it's out. Yeah, so we don't see any red. We're good. Flaps are up. Are the flaps functional on my hardware? Flaps are up. Oxygen. Well, we'll have to turn it on. Oh, look at that. We are out of oxygen. Let's go ahead and refill our oxygen. Let's go ahead and refill it, just in case. So I believe it's on the nav side. Refill the oxygen. Alright, sounds good. Alright, oxygen's coming up. Got it. Avionics are off. Yes. Yeah, oh, that's the switch. Master switch, yeah, that's off. Throttle is closed. Let's see here. You know what? Okay, coincidentally, I do have the right gear set. Throttle's closed. Propeller is high. And then they're going to say mixture high or full rich. Alright, cow flaps are open. Those are these bad boys here. I do have the switch closed and open. Aileron trim centered. We're just going to assume that it's centered. Alternate air is off, which is this bad boy here. Firewall valve is pushed in. That's that valve over there. Landing gear is down. Let's see. Landing gear is down. All sub-panel switches are off, which are these bad boys. At a glance, they look off. This is primary. Main breakers are all in. So if we had looked at that earlier, or if we followed the checklist, we would have seen, hey, there's a couple of them that aren't in. All right, static air, CO detector, let's go ahead and test it. All right, yeah, looks like it's working. Select the tank to the fullest. We don't even know what tank we're using. I mean, how much fuel we have. Ooh, we have 5. That's not right. Let's see if it'll reset. All right, we got about 50% fuel. Let's go with 60. Let's go with 60. 60 should be fine, right? That'll be fine. Got about 20 pounds of baggage. Selecting. We're selecting on the left tank. We like the left tank. Ooh, someone has a V3. I haven't seen that in a long time. A Vertigo.
I would say it's about VFR at 3,000, but like below 4,000 is pretty VFR, and it doesn't seem like there's any clouds.
Excellent. Thank you for that report. That is awesome.
Nice.
I tried going above 4,000, but I ended up in clouds, so I went back down to 3,700.
Noted. And whoever is running the velocity, the vertice, pretty cool. The Vertigo. Someone's running the Vertigo, and I love it.
You mean the virtual reality?
I don't. Well, you know what? On my sim, it's rendering as a Vertigo. Virtual reality.
Is that the drone thing?
No, there's a. It started out as a VL3 in the sim, but I think somebody, Got Friends made a faster version.
Yeah, it's got friends. It has an engine of a, I think it's a PC-12. It's like a P280, I think it's called.
It's a beautiful plane. All right, checklist. Fuel selector, got it. Beacon lights, let's turn it on. Master battery, we know how to turn that on. Yeah, we do. Check that volt, see if it's around 23. It's way off in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it does look like it works. Test the actuators. Let's test that and make sure that they are functional. All right, all the lights, they are working. Love it. Primary alternators on. Standby alternator. Both alternators are on. Fuel quantity check. We have fuel. Yes, there is needle action. Let's check out. We do have an audible sound. All right, we can turn that off. Standby gyro pump. We'll need that. Gyro pump is off. This is green. That looks functional. Yeah. That's green off. All right, cool. Now let's go ahead and start this engine. Mixture is rich. Prop is high. Let's get that throttle all the way up. And let's do the auxiliary pump for 2 to 3 seconds. So there we go. It's above 3 gallons per hour, so that's good. All right, throttle, put it at about 1/2 inch. And engage. That's it. That's all you gotta do. All right, so
Clear prop.
all right, so let's clear the area. Yo, mega turn on this plane. Back up. Clear prop. All right, let's turn it on. Uh-oh. Oh, that button doesn't work, I think. Yeah. All right, so we need the RPMs somewhere around 1,000. Let me see if I can find it. All right. With that said, let me see here. Do we have any function? I don't think I have any other gears that are functioning. Okay. So it is 47 degrees Fahrenheit inside of this plane. It is very cold in here. So we're going to use this cabin heat and the aft cabin to get some of that engine heat into the plane and warm things up for us. All right. Throttle between 1,000 and 1,200. Let's see here. Where are we? So let's get it up a little higher because it is cold. All right. We'll settle for it over there. And after starting, so we have that. The oil, the pressure. All right, instruments looking at green. Green, this EGT, this oil temperature, those will come up eventually. Fuel flow, everything else looks fine. We look like we're going to make it. It's 59 degrees Fahrenheit inside of the airplane. We're doing good. We're starting to get a little warm.
Okay. Seems like this just happened. Massive cloud just popped or dropped down. It's fully rain. Gonna have to go IFR.
All right, thanks, man. Massive cloud came out of nowhere. All right, annunciators are good. The load, I wouldn't know what to do with it, even if it was high. So engine instruments check, which we did. Lights as required. So let's put on our nav lights and our taxi lights. Weather is on standby. Avionics switches on. That would be this bad boy right here. All right, I love what we're doing. Cabin heat as desired, air conditioning as desired. Mixture, lean for taxi. So let's lean a little bit. Listening out. All right, you can see the engine is shaking a little bit because of you can see that from here. So I'm going to put this up a little bit, and so we have a nice flow while we're on the ground. All right, parking brake release. Why would we do that? Check the brakes. All right, let's check our brakes. Let's hold on to our brakes. All right, let's see if we're moving. All right, left differential brake, right one. All right, they both seem functional enough. We're good there. And that was good. So the run-up will do. So where is the run-up coming from? The wind is 260. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are mastered. So this is correct. So 260 is this way. So we can actually do the run-up right before we take off. So right before, yeah, and we're right there. So we could do the run-up. Let's do the run-up right now. All right, let's do the run-up right now. 1700. So we're gonna push our RPMs to 1700. All right, 1700, and then we are going to drop the magnetos and then see what happens. So we're gonna look at the RPMs. Left magneto. All right, barely moved. That's what we like. Put it back to both. And right magneto. All right, barely moved. All right, I'm digging it. I'm happy with that. And you know what? We'll just leave it at that. I haven't done all this yet. That's fine. All right. All right. So far we're good.
Yeah, beach traffic, Falcon Tree 41, about 4 miles to the southeast, climbing through 4,800. Last call, beach.
All right. So we've got 81 degrees inside of the cabin. So we're gonna put this heat down. All right, we are beach traffic. We're going to runway 30, I believe. No, why is Volante in the way? Yeah, 30. Beach traffic, Bonanza, Pilot Club 444, taxiing to runway 30. Beach traffic. All right, we got our taxi lights. I'm looking at the weather, the outside air temperature, and it is below 6, is what we read. But I won't turn it on. I won't turn on the pitot heat until we get there, until we get further.
Beach traffic, fire scan 404, open the door, 3,500.
All right, still here. All right, let's go ahead and get her moving. So we did have gust, heavy gust. So let's be cautious of that.
All that, Mark. I know what you're doing.
All right. So let's go ahead and put on our strobe, turn off the taxi, and put on our landing lights. We are going to put on our pitot heat.
The analog Bonanza, Mark?
Yes, it is, sir. The A36.
Ooh, I want it.
Ooh, it's so good. You should get it. You should get 2.
I'll get 3.
All right, so let me see here. 3,500. Let's just put that on here just as a reminder as to what we are trying to do. I forgot.
Bonanza now, but it's
I'm gonna set it automatically.
Glass screen. I really like the analog.
Oh yeah, I've been a big fan of the Bonanza for a while, and then when this analog came out, I almost had a heart attack. All right, alt, you have that going on there.
Know how much you like your Comanche.
Just pressing the wrong button.
All right.
Oh, that's funny. Sorry about that.
Sounds like he's in a bad mood.
It's funny being so pissy for something you do when you're off.
A lot of stress earlier, I think, with a person not following the same via, I think.
All right, so we have flaps. We should be ready to rock and roll. Take a look at our instruments. Things seem
Salt
to be
Lake
okay.
ARTCC is not fun today.
Let me see here. Beach traffic, Pilot Club 444 Bonanza, taking off runway 30 for an east departure. Doing a right pattern.
Dude really knows what he's
beach
doing.
traffic. All right. Mixture all the way up.
He's using some not commonly used things in the 7110.
Looking at my instruments as I'm pushing the needle forward. All right. And let's go. Throttle all the way. Ooh, let us not veer off the road. That would not be cool. Airspeed is alive.
I'm getting like different aircraft engine noises in my head.
And it's funny how it's easier to control once it's in the air. All right, we don't have any more runway, so landing gear up. Try and keep a positive rate. Flaps can go up. I'm gonna put back the RPMs a little bit so that we don't break the engine. All right, so there's the highway, and there is there's that place with only 980 people. Beach traffic, Pilot Club 444, turning right crosswind, runway 30 for an east departure. Beach traffic. Don't forget landing comp. Oh, you're right, I did forget that. There it is. Beach traffic, Falcon 444, turning right base for an east departure, runway 30. Final call, beach traffic. All right, so we're already at 3,500, so we need to stay low. All right, so we are looking for a highway, which is I think on that side that we're not going to find. Because I've already gotten myself lost. Okay, so there's a highway. Let me see here. How are we going to do this? I need to do a little. So what I am going to do is put my manifold pressure down some, so that I'm not going so fast. And I did forget to do something else, which is let me see if I can hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. I need to type something, but I also need to still fly. Set. I think that's what it is. S2U KBIS. All right, that should be it. All right, so this is the highway here, I believe. We are doing we have a lot of knots going on. We are above 3,000 feet.
For anybody that's doing VFR, because I just caught KBIS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I did too when I was descending.
What altitude was that?
It was at 3.5.
Yeah, I was at 45 on the way down to 3,500, and yeah, picked up KBIS.
Yeah, I saw my RPM drop to, I saw my manifold pressure drop to 10 inches. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's not good.
KBIS.
All right, so we're headed east. There's a highway.
Well, it leaves a distinctive mark in a post accident.
All right, so let's see if we can do this. We're supposed to go 19 nautical miles. I don't have anything to indicate. I didn't put anything to indicate where we are. So I don't know if we are coming up to Medora. Alright, so this RPM seems really high. So let me see if we can get some panel lights on, which we did not. Let's get some lights on here, people. We got some floodlights. Alright, that's close enough. Ooh, floodlights just went out. Okay, so you guys know what that means. Floodlights just went out, and it looks like some of our instrument lights aren't. Some of our panel lights aren't working again. I'm going to turn off my landing lights. Strobe, nav, and beacon are still on. Where are we? It is. We're going to keep the pitot heat on as well. And I think that's still the highway that we are working towards. So the only problem is I think I missed our first city, but I don't really know. So Medora. So 083 is what we're looking for. I mean, that's if we were going in a straight line. So the good thing is that we can at least follow the highway. I was curious to see if I can see Medora. Based off of this, we do have some rain. Some rain. Let me switch over to Salt Lake City Center. 120,
got the corner of Medora, started heading northeast and started right around, I think, the worst of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
It's fun trying to figure this stuff out on the fly without GPS. Just the chart and I am using the VOR though.
Oh, okay, cool.
GPS 2846, runway 28 left, taxi Juliet Bravo Fox, or correction, Juliet Foxtrot Bravo.
And most of the time, all you need is 3.
All right, so we're at 4,000, roughly.
I'm trying to follow
776, Alexa, roger that.
It was it was completely IMC when I hit the first turn. So I went IFR.
Yeah, road's only good if you can see it.
I mean, I'm in X-plane, so we had a little bit of different weather, but.
860, try to pop, use caution, traffic all around you.
Use caution, traffic all around you. Alright, so we got these hills. Hopefully that's Medora. And then we'll just continue going. So I think this is Medora because this right here looks like, you know, the Theodore Roosevelt spot. So I want to see.
513, runway 19, clear for takeoff on 1808, gust 19er.
So I think that over there is Medora. I'm gonna do a quick circle around Medora because for some odd reason I really want to see it. I don't know what about it. All right, so we know that the plane is busted. So the question is, where can we land? The highway seems to be the best route, maybe on top over there, but we are pretty low, so the highway might be the best option.
14 Mike Whiskey, climb maintain level 230, resume normal speed.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to slow down here. This thing is going too fast. Alright, so there is Medora. We found you.
49 heavy, fly heading 340, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff, wind 290.
Hello, Medora. Hello.
For 2 Mike Whiskey, clear back scan.
Alright, we're looking for the highway again. We found you. We found you, Medora. And that is not the direction that I wanted. It is supposed to be headed east. Is that the road? Did I just get myself lost? No, because I know that Medora was south of the highway.
764,
Yeah, there's
Scott,
a highway.
12000 at Scott, cleared RNAV runway 20 approach.
There's the highway. We're back on it, guys. All right, we're gonna try and keep this highway on the left-hand side as we continue.
Bumped, I didn't get to see that truck stop though.
476, roger that. Expect RNAV runway 20 approach.
Truck stop.
Yeah, I did not. Since I cut that corner, I picked that up.
If it ain't a Buc-ee's, I ain't going.
Right? All right, so I feel like I'm too low. Like my minimum should be at least 500 feet AGL. And what does my radar say? My radar altitude says I'm about 300. Yeah, I was just looking. I just was looking at my radar. I think I'm about 300 feet, and I need to.
Someone called me.
Mike, when you climb and maintain level 430.
You're supposed to be like what? At least 500.
49 heavy radar contact. altitude.
Yeah, at least 500 for this rural area.
49 heavy, climb and maintain level 230 was the normal speed. United 513 radar contact altitude.
All right, so I'm putting in some more manifold pressure. RPMs doesn't look like it's doing anything, so I am going to put in my...
FedEx 5150, fly heading.
I don't know where my carb heat is. I thought I saw it. That's cabin. Whoop. Right. Where's my carb heat?
At or above 12000.
Come on, buddy. Climb, climb, climb.
At a 476, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 12000. The Glacier Park altimeter 2984.
Alright, so I've gotten myself lost. I'm still headed east, though.
Delta 49 heavy, Quidrex spine.
Oh, you know what? Alright, cool. So that weather that's coming up in front of us looks pretty bad. And I'm going to have to go via IFR. So what I'm going to do is we'll head north, get out of that cloud range over there.
Yeah, the weather's pretty good for visuals today, I'd say, Mark.
Gotcha. There's a spot right after Medora, so I'm heading north to clear the clouds.
Yeah, it's like, that worked out okay.
All right, so let me try and figure out this trim wheel so that I'm not pushing down on the yoke too much. I want to make sure that I'm kind of climbing.
Anyone know why the update 15 didn't drop today?
Xbox users.
Yeah.
Oh man, did you mute yourself? No, I don't think so.
Delta 2176, Quidrex Moss, Mike Oscar.
No, I'm not muted.
Sierra.
You're muted.
FedEx 5150, radar contact, the altitude.
Alright, are you having a tough time hearing me?
FedEx 5150, climb between level 230, resume normal speed.
Alright, so none of my panel and internal lights are not working. So that's a problem.
FedEx 5150, Quidrex, correction, Quidrex Hertz.
So I will need to pick up a VOR, which I did not even think about doing.
Disregard.
So Medora, let's see here. There's a VOR. The closest VOR is Dickinson, 112.9.
In a couple minutes.
So 112, 112.9. All right, looks like we are picking up something. All right. So we want the radio that's
hey Mark,
from.
Does that Bonanza of yours have like a improved flight profile like the Comanche does?
I would say so. Yeah, it does have an improved flight profile.
Because I've been looking at Comanche, but I don't know. There's a few things that turn me off about it, but I would like
the black
to
square
follow
Comanche?
Huh?
The A2A or the black?
No, wait, I'm done. I'm talking about the
A2A Comanche.
Oh, the A2A Comanche is pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
So the question is, what don't you like about it? Spill the beans.
I don't like it because it's a Comanche. I dislike Comanche shot.
Oh my goodness.
Just as an aircraft.
That is so against the grain.
The flight representation of it was really, really fantastic, but I've just never been one for the Comanche. I think it's a very awful aircraft.
I'm with that right there. I mean,
Well, then you won't like this one.
I love Pipers, but the Comanche, I don't like it. I
So, gyro warning. So,
Like
and
it's
I noticed that
the windshield.
this was.
Sorry, I'm picky.
I gotcha.
to be the most common aircraft that I have to deal with having some sort of problem. There'd be radio failure, something wrong with the tyre, something wrong with whatever.
It's true.
Maybe 3 or 4 Comanches, maybe 5 I've seen my time causing some sort of issue.
So I'm still looking for my car key. Do I should have a car key, right? And I don't know where my my anti-ice. Okay, there it is. There's my anti-ice stuff. All right. So the question that I did not answer. Wonderful VFR conditions as usual. What's up, Dream?
November 860 Charlie pop-up radar service terminated. Change advisory frequency approved.
So I need to see where we are. So we have diverted from our original plan because of the clouds that were over there. So now I need to figure out where I am. We did find a VOR, so now I just need to see which radio from this VOR I'm at.
So how legal is it down
2846
there?
fly runway heading, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff when 350 and address 20.
All right, so we're on
To the cemetery waypoint. And,
the 100 radio. That's not right.
pretty good.
That's 2. So we're on the 3. We're on the 290 radio. Okay, so over here we're on the 290 radio over here. So I want us to make our way. I don't want to go to it. All right, we're just So we need to start going northeast. So we're gonna have to fly.
To Kildare everywhere. There's a nasty crosswind.
Fly through some of these conditions here. That is not correct. East. We were headed north. We need to be heading east northeast. All right, so these are definitely. Let me see here. So I'm looking for. All right, you know what? The RPM on this. Let's go ahead and climb. We're not gonna be using roads anymore. We're gonna do what we say we're gonna do and file an IFR plan. So right now, let's just get above the clouds, and then we can kind of put it on autopilot and go from there. There is icing above 5,000, so we'll need to be careful with that.
CPS 2046, better contact.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is, because I can't see anything, I'm going to try and turn and head west and climb, so that
2176 cross Moss
I get a little bit more visibility.
Expect ILS 2 runway 19 approach.
Alright, instruments still look okay. We're doing 1,000 feet right now. Alright, so I'm going to be using my instruments right now instead of looking outside. So I'm trying to stay away from the icing, potential icing. So we're gonna head west. We're gonna continue to climb. We're at 6,000 feet right now. So I'm gonna try and use my trim wheel.
Center shipping again.
Alright, let me take a quick screenshot of the guys that are are flying right now. All right, we got to get a lot higher. All right, we can't do, we can do VOR to VOR. Oh, nearly. Okay, yeah. So we can't do like a proper thing here. All right, let me see what's going on here. So there's only one more VOR. So let's see if we can pick up Bismarck VOR from over here. 115.65. Let's see what we can do there. 115.65. 115.65. 115.65. And nope. Cannot pick it up. Check the checklist. For climbing? I don't know. Hold on. What kind of things do we have for checklist here? Let me see. We did the takeoff, so the en route. So it would be the en route climbing, because we are climbing right now, right? So let's see if we're climbing. Mixture max prop 45 full. That's open. Air conditioning is not on. Oxygen and performing on monitor. Okay. So we are monitoring. We will probably need our oxygen soon. We're at 8,000 feet. And we're going to switch back over to the VOR that we do have access to. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and turn back around and see what kind of options we have here. So this is a standard rate turn at, I think it's 3 degrees. So if I can keep it like on this right here, it should be 3 degrees. Should take me about a minute to do a 180. So I'm just kind of watching everything, the airspeed. We are headed back east. Alright, so wow, that cloud system is wild. There is no way, I don't think there's any way that we're going to get above that. Right now this thing is trying to, I don't know why it's trying to go 3,000 feet per minute. This is not a turboprop. We're just going to let it settle. We're going to keep heading east. Ooh, there's some icing on the windshield. Yowzer. So that would be defrost. All right, now I don't know where my carb heat is. This, all planes have carb heat, right? Oh my gosh, look at that system. I do not want to fly into that system.
UPS 2846, turn left direct roar and climb and maintain flight level tree 10. 5150 radar contact loss. Got a 476 across Scott out of maintain 12000 at Scott, cleared on runway 20 approach.
Panel lights are dead. Engine monitoring is dead. That's this thing here. Alright, we're doing okay on fuel, so that's great. Alright, so let's see if we can do anything with autopilot.
Giant 747 saw you up.
Let's do our heading.
Giant 747, just making sure you are here, stay altitude.
Alright, so we have autopilot on so that we can try and figure some things out. One of them is, where are we on this radio? Okay, so this is what I think I have sometimes, and then sometimes I think I don't have. So here is the radio. Here is the VOR that we are dealing with right now. So because we're going from the center, I want the from, and that should give me the radio that I'm on. So this is 2. So I'm going to turn this around, and that's still 2. Okay, so if I'm doing this correctly, I am on their 3-3 radio. I'm on the 3-3 radio, which is good because that means we're making our way east. So I want to be on our 0, so I want to be 0. Okay, so we are flying towards. Okay, good. So then we are flying towards that radio. So I am happy with that. I'm also surprised that we got to 10,000. So let's turn on the oxygen. All right, and we are now looking for a pop-up IFR.
Where's find the Diamond 50? I have you beautifully on my left wing, and it looks amazing. And as long as I get my own model updated, because right now you're a Boeing for me.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've been keeping a very close eye on you.
All right.
I mean, I love flying with you here, so but you are a bigger plane than me.
All right, so let's try and get clearance. Let's try and figure out how to get clearance here. We are looking for Bismarck.
513, contact number 127.65.
Looking for direct to Bismarck.
I'm watching you fly.
49, contact number 127.65.
Let me see here. Anything special? Where do we think we are? What's the closest thing? Do we have a DME on here? So, yes. We are 7 miles north.
Sector 160, Solid Center, go ahead.
Of Dickinson. Okay, so let's write that down. That is DIK.
No flight plan, sir.
And Salt Lake City Center, Beechcraft, Pilot Club 444. We're looking for a pop-up IFR. We are 7 miles north of Dickinson VOR. Okay, we passed the 0.
Pilot Club 444, I don't control anything north of Dickinson, unfortunately. That'd be with Minneapolis Center, which is offline.
All right, copy that. All right, so we're good. We are on our own. All right, the good thing is that we have speed. We're climbing pretty steady, around 400 feet per minute. We're looking okay until something. So standard, the vacuum pump died already, so we're now using our backup pump. Alright, so what I want to do from time to time is I want to check and see if we're in the range for Bismarck, which we're not, because we are only 8 miles away from the other one. Alright, so let's see here. The next one that I want is 3.
160, roger that, step by.
You crossed over in front of me, it was beautiful.
So we've already passed the 3, so now we're looking for 6.
Yep, I got an eye on you.
I just found some buildings.
Sector 160, quit at Boeing Field Airport, Alton for departure, Idaho Falls, transition, then assault. Line B is bid, except between 15,000, squawk 4136.
Let's go ahead and switch our fuel. Alright, we're now using the right tank. And landing gear is up, just to just to make sure. All right. Well. well.
4136, press back correct.
Hey, mister, how are you doing? Boozy, it's nice to see you. Don't say anything mean. I'm the only one that's allowed to troll you. This is not a mutual troll situation. Oh, Andrew started the battle royale. Boozy, you can win yourself 300 components for winning the battle royale. And you know what happens if you win the battle royale? You get, no, I just told you. You get points, but you continue to add on more points, and eventually, at the end of the month, you'll get yourself a $25 gift card to the marketplace of your choice. But wait, there's more.
For 42 Mike Whiskey, radar service correction, radar contact lost. Delta 776 back on
Missouri River is a wall of clouds.
Am I flying in Saturday? Today is Tuesday. I don't know. What are you talking about? What's happening Saturday? Should I be flying Saturday?
I think I'm going to turn to the south before I get to that.
476, probably 20, quarter line traffic is a United. Let's see.
Sounds like you need to put a link in the message. I'm not familiar with this cheating river of yours.
Right around it.
All right, so we're now at 12,000. Hey, look how coincidental! You won the battle royale. Congratulations. Don't you fly with the virtual? I fly with them sometimes. They're not like my regular club, so I'm not super familiar with all of their events. So they're doing something Saturday, huh? All right, I gotta take a look. Rookie 31st, what's up, guy? Oxygen, yes. I do actually have it on. So we are depleting our oxygen.
Delta 29
was confused. I fly with the Pilot Club. Who do you fly with? Fly with the Pilot Club, homie. We are breathing. All right. So the good thing is that we still have. I mean, you know, knock on wood, nothing serious has happened yet. So that actually would be interesting to try and find a place to land with all these clouds. That would be super wild. Andrew, thank you for shouting out Boozy. I fly with myself. I fly with myself. I see Boozy doesn't want to be a part of a cult. He wants to make his own decisions, no matter how silly they are. All right, so we are passing the 060 radio on there. Do I have a nav 2? So let's go ahead and pick. Let's put one. Look at this. My nav 2 just went dead. Will it show it here? So COM 2 is dead.
Delta 2978 radar service terminated. Contact Winnipeg Center
1.0. Hold on here. Hold on. I had carb icing while cruising in Comanche yesterday. Nice. So for those of you that are smarter than me, does this plane have carb?
4723 Salt Lake Center. Hello, ident.
Carb heat, because I can't seem to find it. I don't have any lights. I don't think I have any carb. It's probably because I have some. I mean, I don't have a lot of de-icing stuff. Yeah, I don't see a lot of de-icing. I just see the prop de-icing. I don't even know how the wing doesn't have any ice on it. It does not. Thank you.
The area of precipitation to correction. Area of light to
does it have a carburetor? Why would I know that? How would I know that?
Let's call it maybe 10 miles there, and
I
then
don't
extend
know.
your route of flight for the next 60 miles.
I don't know. All right, so we passed the 060 radio for this. So we're basically way over here somewhere. So we're making progress. So that's good. So I think we should be able to find.
Radar service terminated.
So 11565. Let's see if it picks up. Come on, pick up. No, it's not. It's not picking up. It's not picking up the radio.
7 fly heading 260, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff with 26015 gust 24.
So what I want to do is I need a radio, and it looks like 080079. So let's go with, and is it not working now? Oh, did I just lose? Hold on here. Okay, so nav 1, com 2. Okay, so all the stuff they're breaking. Let's see here. All right, which is fine. I just need to know what I'm working with. So nav 2 seems to be functional. So even though I can't access it. So I've got electricity for nav 1, but nav 1 doesn't work. No electricity for nav 2, but nav 2 works. So I don't know how we're going to do that. So we are definitely going to make sure that we are. All right, the last thing that we saw is that we were getting close to 060, right? So 079 is the radio that we want. And that's basically heading east. So I mean we're still doing it. Sorry if you said anything. Got an ad. Oh, the ad got the best of you. Oh,
and squawk altitude, and you can expect that runway.
We're gonna have to get you a subscription so that the ads stop beating up on you. All right. So, our instruments are breaking. It's 49 degrees inside. I was aware of that because of this cabin light. So now we have our cabin heat. Let's put on some of our aft heat as well. So let's do our best to try and warm up this place. Let's take a look at our instruments now that things are starting to fall apart. There's nothing on the EZT. There's no heat in our cylinder. Oh my goodness. So is that carb icing? No, does this have a? I don't know if this has a carburetor. I mean, you know what? The fact that I'm taking such a long time and I don't find it, I'm going to come to the conclusion that there's no carburetor. I didn't break it. This is a random failure. Yeah, I'm going to conclude that there's no that it does not have a carburetor. See, the problem is I don't know anything about engines. So, do all engines have carburetors? Do robots dream? You know what I'm going to do right now? Let's go ahead and do a quick. Let's ask our friend.
73 bad weather shots now.
Let's ask our friend ChatGPT.
That is 5047 radar cloud taxi altitude.
Hopefully I've been logging in with my. I don't remember which account I used. I have two. I have two ChatGPT accounts.
Resume normal speed and clear direct scan.
No, this is not the right one. Let's go ahead and clear that. Go ahead and clear that cache. That's not the right one. Storage. Clear the site. All right, now. If it has fuel injection, it's not a carburetor. Rookie, thank you. Because this does have fuel injection. Wait. If it has fuel injection, it's not a carburetor. So, if it has an auxiliary pump? No, if it's fuel injection. Okay, so the fuel has to be injected because it's a low wing plane. So gravity, so the high wing planes don't have fuel injectors, but they do have carb. Therefore, you wouldn't need a carb heat. Most planes have carburetors while some are fuel injected, which means they don't have one. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, so forget ChatGPT. We have a rookie here with all the answers. Now the question is, we have a lot of, you know what? Okay, look, there is an open space down there. I think we're gonna have to do something funky and get down there. Let's see if we can get some. Let's see if we can get some weather information, some visuals here. Let me see. So we have actually. Give me that sectional. Give me that VFR sectional, buddy. And I believe we have a weather layer. Well, we don't care about the winds. We want to see what kind of visibility we have around here. Visibility. I don't even know where I am.
Taxi to parking area.
No, you're not supposed to tell me where I am.
Delta 5047 closing radar service terminated frequency change crude.
Oh, we don't need all that. So I don't see anything on here.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Delta 776 frequency change crude.
Is this supposed to mean anything? Okay, all right, cool.
EPS 2846 frequency.
So that's zero visibility. So we have visibility, I guess, but at what altitude?
2049 frequency change crude.
Visibility standard statute miles.
747 frequency change crude.
This visibility. This thing
4723 frequency change crude. Section 160 frequency change.
At what altitude is this? All right, so so we should be able to go down, I guess. Let's see about the clouds. Low cloud, top level. I don't know what that means. All right, so that is 9,000.
Aircraft is checking in. I'm closing.
What about middle? Okay, I think middle is what we're dealing with right now. 12,000. Okay, no. So we're we're pretty low. Okay, so here's what the clouds look like. But so is the green good?
Looks like we're calling our own for the Bismarck Tower.
Yeah, that's affirmative.
I think I can squeeze in before you there, Steve.
All right.
CTAF for Bismarck?
118.3.
Same as the tower. Almost always is.
Actually, I think CTAP is 122.95 for Bismarck.
No. On the chart.
Better question your police work there.
Nah, it's 108.3 on the chart. It says CTAF 108.3 when tower's off.
So on the chart, what's the 12295?
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's 122. That's 195.
It's on the sectional. That's the Unicom frequency.
Right.
Let's see here. So there is a comms section, airport communications, ATIS, AWAS. Nothing that says 1, 2. Huh. That is interesting. All right. So, and I'm also very surprised that this plane hasn't dropped out of the sky yet. So that's pretty cool. All right. So 118.3. We'll just all be on that one. Oh wait, which comms are dead? Comm 1 still works. Okay. what was it? 118.3. So let's switch over to 118.3. All right, 118.3 on comm.
And Bismarck traffic, pilot club 178 is on a 6-mile final for 13, full stop Bismarck.
All right, we can hear him. Now, instruments. So the engine, okay, good. So the engine, okay, good. So this instrument's dead, but it's fine because we actually do have heat. So the engine's dead, the panel lights are dead, the engine monitor is dead. We are aware of that already. Inside is 58 degrees, even with cabin heat. Let's pull cabin heat all the way up. We got the defroster and cabin heat. All right, we're headed east, and I'm okay with that.
Bismarck traffic, back tree 4 to 1, turning 15 mile final ISO 1 tree Bismarck.
That's right, nav 1 was dead. Let's see if nav 2. I was looking to see if it would pull up. I'm waiting for nav 1 to pop out. So nav 1 does not work. Yet I can't. This is so pretty cool. Refund defective. I have to make it to the ground safely for me to be able to refund it. Okay, so this is an interesting situation, right? Because it does say that the nav 1 instrument and COM 2 instruments are dead. Okay. So 11565. Come on, switch over. I want to see if it pops up. So COM 2 is what's dead. But I am still able to switch over, but I'm not getting anything. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I get 112. Nope, that's not right. Let's see if I get 112.9. Let's see if that. Oh, let's see if that works. Okay, so it does work. So as soon as we're in range.
2 is about 12 miles north.
Wow.
East, west.
Hit that.
1-3 to land.
All right, so we've got 74 degrees inside of here, so we're doing good comfort-wise. I'm in bed, Mark. Well, wait, are you gonna watch the stream in bed, or are you gonna go to sleep? What are you gonna do? Andrew Crible Logic 51. All right, let's take a look at the instruments. So we know that this panel is dead, but it's fine. This is my biggest concern. This looks good. And, oh, we should switch. I thought we were on our right tank. Why are we, what is going on here? We're on the right tank, but why is this so low? It wasn't that low before. Let me see if the instrument seems fine. So there's a fuel leak, guys. Things are going awry. All right, this is actually pretty low, or kind of slow. It's 100 knots. I don't like that. Let's go headed east. We're 4,300 feet. All right, what kind of options do we have? So we could try, because it looks like, okay, there is some visuals. So I think I have some idea as to where we are based on the sectional chart. Oh, over here. We're over here somewhere. So I don't know why we're not picking up this 11565. I don't know why we're not picking it up.
2 is type Beechcraft Bonanza intercepting
11565
to land runway 13.
Ooh, okay, so it's not going to work. It's not going to work because as soon as the COM 2. So when it's active. Okay, all right, noted.
20 miles out.
All right, so there's a plane down there. We're gonna make our way down to the bottom. because that is, we should have some visuals. You know what? Let's see here.
Bismarck, Packet 341, 6 mile final, 1 tree full stop, Bismarck.
Let's ask some of these guys here. Let's see what we can find out. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, asking the pilots, is there visibility below 3,000 feet?
At Bismarck, currently at 3,000 feet, and visibility is about 10 miles.
Copy that. Thanks, Rick. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna aim to make an insertion through the clouds, back down below.
500 feet. We'll descend to 3,800 feet. We're not meant to beach.
All right, so I need to make sure that I do this properly.
Traffic, November 860, Charlie Papa, 23 miles
So
to the
RPMs are
west
down.
of Salem to join the RNAV or runway 13 Bismarck.
Manifold pressure is all the way down. We're descending about 1,000 feet per minute. Dive! All right, so this is our opportunity to get below the clouds. And then we should be able to continue to use the visual references. So I'm using this pilot right here as a visual reference. So I'm really glad that his nav light works. Alright, but I don't feel like I'm going down fast enough. So, alright, now we're doing 2,000 feet per minute, 3,000 feet per minute. Alright, I'm gonna do it manually. I was trying to use the trim wheel, but we're gonna do it manually. We need 1,500 feet. Yeah, 1,500 feet seems like a decent. So I'm gonna have to hold it manually because I can't get my trim wheel to do it for me.
10 miles northwest of the field.
Why am I 10,000?
On localizer to land.
Andrew, I had to get above the clouds because there was no way that I was going to be able to see the ground. So I was in sketchy area. So I said, let me climb.
ILS 13 to land, Bismarck.
And then I could use the VORs to get to where I needed to get to, which I could if my nav system was working. But my nav 1 died, and then my COM 2 died. And because my COM 2 died, it took out my nav 2, even though my nav 2 still works. So I didn't know that was a thing. So that is a very neat lesson learned. All right. So we're at 2,000, roughly 2,500. And I might have to do a circle or not. I mean, it's not that serious. All right, so we are still headed east. I'm going to keep an eye on that road right there because I believe that's the major road that'll get us to Bismarck.
Bismarck traffic, Golf Mosquito 4, Tango Yankee, final approach, VRF 13 approach, and 13.5 miles final, runway 13.
All right, looking at my instruments, they seem okay. Definitely we have a fuel leak on our left tank.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 506 has taken himself out of this for a little bit.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. You know, it's fine. I don't need to, like, I can kind of skim the
Bismarck traffic,
clouds a little
tree,
bit.
41 caravan clear, 1 tree at Charlie Tree. Protection at GA terminal, Bismarck.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 2112 is on 5 mile final for runway 13, Bismarck traffic.
Man, where did you get this blade? It's falling apart. I don't know what marketplace. Whatever. We'll say it's the 512 marketplace. Don't buy your planes from the 512 marketplace. They are crooks. They sold me a bill of goods here.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 8463, 10 miles to the west of Bismarck.
All right, so what I'm hoping is that once I get below the clouds, that my manifold pressure and RPMs will be functional. 6,000 feet. All right, it looks like there's a river over there, so that's a
Bad
visual.
news. I just hit a tree on final for 37 November, and I crashed.
Oh my!
This is Mark Traffic Bucket.
Thanks for the pirate.
Final runway 13, full stop. Bismarck Traffic.
Bismarck Traffic, Golf Oscar, Voltage Yankees, 10 mile final on A132, number 2 to yourself.
Did you clip it or was it in your way?
I think the bottom of my aircraft clipped the top of the trees there. I
Got
was
it.
trying to be as careful as I could.
Was that on approach or takeoff?
Approach.
Bismarck Traffic, Pilot Club 8463, 5 miles to the west, lane.
All right, so now that we're down here, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this on my left-hand side. We're going to go back into autopilot just so I can, get my bearings. There is a river over there, and it looks pretty prominent, so that would be a good visual reference for me. All right, we're going to put the RPMs back up a little bit. We'll get it to at least 2,000. Manifold pressure is going back up. All right, that's promising. All right, we have plenty of visibility. All right, so now let's make sure that we have at least the right amount of altitude in case things go wrong. But it looks like what's in front of us is not that great either. So we are definitely in some icky space. All right, so let's set the autopilot back on. So we're turning the autopilot back on. We're going back to heading mode. Nope, that didn't work. We're going to heading mode. And then we're going to hold our current altitude, which is this one. No, this one.
Bismarck Traffic Pilot Club 883 is
Okay.
on a 10-mile final for runway 13. Bismarck.
All right, so Bismarck is using runway 13, so we're gonna just make a note of that.
Pilot Club 8463, entering the left downwind pattern for runway 13, full stop Bismarck.
Okay, so now the question is, where are we? Nobody knows. All right, so hopefully we're on this road. There is a river, so it could be this that we're looking at right now. I can't tell, or it could be this. So, this looks more prominent.
Traffic, 212 is clear runway 13.
You know what? And it's not ziggy-zaggy. So this one is going from north and south because we are east. Okay. So it's not zigzaggy. It seems pretty straight. Okay, so I believe we are here. I think we're almost here, guys. So Bismarck. So we need to so we have this. Okay. We have the main road that we're following right now. So the airport's going to be on our right-hand side, and I don't know how we're going to see it because of all this stuff in front of us. All right, so there's a little windy thing over there. That looks like an airport. Is that our airport? Oh, you know what? No, it could be the Mandan Regional. Mandan Regional. All right, but I'm looking for 13, so it's gonna be over there somewhere. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna use.
Club 883 is on 5-mile final 13.
All right, I'm gonna take off autopilot and let's use the Mandan. Let's use this airport as a beacon. Because of this light here, it's super hot. It's 90 degrees in here. Forgot about all that.
Traffic, drop off uniform 380, 3 mile final, 13. We're doing 90 knots across the ground.
Okay, so let's use this as a beacon. And as we get closer, hopefully we'll be able to see a city of some sort.
didn't crash, but my plane got stuck into the ground. Just a quick alert. I cleared the runway, so runway's clear at the moment.
All right, copy that. All right, there goes another major highway, but is that not the city? Okay. So you know what? Let me pass over it and see what runway that is. Let's do that. And in the meantime, let's try and figure out what runway. So it has. It also has 13 and 11. 13 and 31. They both have those runways. Okay, but there is a river, and our airport is on the other side of the river. So, okay, so that's not our airport. Okay, I think I see a beacon. So I want to say it's safe to assume that that is Mandan, and we're working our way to
ILS, localizer runway 13, full stop. Bismarck.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444 Bonanza, coming in from the west. I'm going to guess about 5 nautical miles. Plan to do a midfield crossing to verify that the airport is what I think it is. Bismarck traffic.
Bismarck traffic, Golf Oscar to full, take Yankee to flight cases runway 13.
Okay, so 13 is the runway that we're looking for, so let's at least mark that so we can kind of start doing some pattern work. So hopefully, if this is the right place, city is past the river. Thank you. Man, where did you get that? Oh, yeah. All right, so I do see a beacon, an airport beacon.
Right, Mark, call up some better weather next time, would you?
I'll put in a good word and see what happens.
Thanks. Have a good night, everybody.
It's like
Thanks
every
for
other week here.
You too,
All
boss.
right, Mark. Thanks again. Have a good weekend.
You too, man. Thanks, boss.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 883 is clear runway at Charlie 3, taxiing to ramp via Charlie. Bismarck.
All right, so I see some lights, some not airport lights, but some airplanes. See some airplane lights as well. So things are looking on the up and up. I am getting more and more confident as to where we are and what we're doing. So most likely, if this is the right airport, we're gonna do a midfield crossing, and then we'll come in on a left downwind to runway 13. That'll be the plan. All right, there goes the river. Just take a quick screenshot. So welcome to Bismarck, guys. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. I see blue lights. You usually see the blue taxi lights on the bigger airports. So I am filled with more confidence that we are doing what we're doing. Now, question is, do we have nav lights? Does anyone see us? And right now, I actually can't test it.
Traffic, November 860, Charlie Papa over Salem, joining the RNAV RMP.
What I am going to test is the taxi lights.
Bismarck.
Pilot Club 506 is 10 miles, final runway 13, full stop ILS.
All right, 10 miles final. So he is way out there somewhere. 10 miles. Good lord. All right, so there goes that beacon. There goes. Is that our precious 13? I can't see from here. 13. All right. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, 3,000 feet, doing a midfield crossing, getting myself established on a left downwind for runway 13, full stop. Bismarck traffic. Okay, so we have the heading
Bismarck traffic,
in our
Pilot Club 23 is 10 miles to the west, setting up for the midfield left downwind runway 13. Bismarck.
So I wonder if I can do a short for the pilot that is 10 miles out. Can I set myself up for a short short final?
Yeah, it's Pilot Club 506. Yeah, you can cut in. I've got the runway in sight, but I don't have you.
All right, copy that. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, turning left, downwind, runway 13, setting up for a short final full stop. Bismarck traffic. Okay, so we don't have any panel lights, and I kind of don't know where the airport is anymore.
Pilot Club 506 at the middle marker.
All right.
Runway 13, Bismarck, full stop.
All right, gears down. So the runway is behind us. So now let's go ahead and try and get on the base. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, turning left base, runway 16, and I do have the 10-mile traffic in sight. Pilot Club 444. All right. All the panel stuff is full. So there's the airport. Let me see here. Do we have? We're doing one stage of flaps. We've got the landing and taxi lights on, but I'm not sure that it even works. We're gonna set ourselves. We're gonna try and slide in here. All right, Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, about 2,000 feet. Going to slide in for the final runway 13, Bismarck traffic. All right, so I'm using my left rudder to kind of spin the back of my plane around. Now I got to work the.
506 has a landing traffic in sight.
I gotta work the speed. Right, let's see here. So I kind of want to get this plane down because I am very surprised that the engines haven't cut off on me. So that is exciting. All right, so let's try and manage this power here. Throttle is off. All right, brakes. Brakes.
Well done. Smooth landing.
Whew. All right, let's hurry up and get off this field. I can't see anything.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 23 will be flying overhead at 3,100, setting up for the 45 left downwind runway 13. Landing traffic is in sight.
I think that's him.
Bismarck traffic, landing traffic has cross traffic in sight. 506 is on short final for runway 13, full stop, Bismarck.
And then there goes the other traffic. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, cleared runway. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna put the parking brakes on. Yeah, they do work. All right. What was the landing? That was 97. Pretty happy with that. So what I'm looking for now is where we were supposed to park. So I told the guys General Aviation Terminal. We are 13, probably over here by Charlie 4. So we're gonna go ahead. Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 444, taxiing via Charlie to General Aviation Terminal. Bismarck traffic. All right.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 506, short final, runway 13, full stop, Bismarck.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 23, entering the left
Flaps
downwind
up.
runway 13.
Strobe off. All right. So this looks like the outside. Ooh, that looks like it's going back. Okay, there it is. I was like, where am I going? Actually, I don't know where I'm going. That is west. Where was I? I was not on C4. No, but it's like the only major one. Okay, and then this is north. So I want to taxi north. So this is west.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 23,
so
turning left base, runway 13. Bismarck.
You see here. Yeah, okay, so this is north. So I'm on Charlie right now. I'm very curious to see how many failures.
Clear of runway 13, Bismarck.
Hey, there goes the guy right in front of us. In this condition, I would go to Army Aviation Support. Who knows what will happen next? So I might just follow this guy in. No, he's not going where we told him to go.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 23, turning final, runway 13.
Or am I not going? I am going north, right? Kind of. Not really. Yeah, that looks like the spot. I'm probably gonna get the Alpha 1 instead of. But here, I'm gonna take this. All right, well now we're safe, and this looks like a bunch of open spots for general aviation planes like me. There goes some fuel. We definitely have that leaking fuel. It's leaking, man. It's leaking. There goes our buddy. Alright, we'll hang out next to this guy.
Bismarck traffic, Pilot Club 23, clear to runway 13, taxi to general aviation. Bismarck.
Alright, we're gonna pause the head tracker. Whew. Hey, who did I almost run into on the ground?
That was me taxiing improperly. It's Chris.
Oh no, it's all good. Chris, did you see any lights? Because I think all my lights are dead.
No, I saw some lights. I at least saw your navigation lights for sure. I didn't see any strobe though. I don't recall seeing a strobe or a taxi light.
Okay, gotcha. I did turn off my strobe, and you did see my nav. Okay, cool. All right, so on his side, which is fine. So on our side, our nav is dead. Strobes. Oh wait, let's see.
Man, that was fun. I mean,
strobes work.
My spatial orientation for that VOR approach, I was like doing all the math in my head. I'm like, oh wait. About to turn right or left. All the froms and twos are getting backwards in my head.
I hear ya. All right, let me. So who are these? Who are these guys? N44. I like that they're there, man. Come hang out with us, guys. All right, so I'm just getting some screenshots. Sorry, you did not see what I was looking at. I was looking at this. I saw these two guys here. Let me see if I can get a screenshot of these guys. All right. Well, that was fun. All right. So let's go ahead and turn this thing off, and then let's see what's going on. All right. So let's do the checklist and see if we can. We skipped a lot of things: the approach, the landing, no power, after landing, and then shutting down. So after landing, cow flaps are open. I never close them. Flaps are up. They look up. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, flaps are up. Weather radar, standard or off. Let's just turn it off. No, well, we'll put it on standby because we're gonna need that in a minute. Lights as required. Landing lights, taxi lights, pitot heat. The nav, we'll leave the beacon on. On-air company has taught us to always leave the beacon on. Pitot heat off. Air conditioning as desired. That reminds me that I can turn off all of these heat options.
Stop keying your mic, please.
Cabin air is desired, shutting down. Alright, park and brake, got it. Avionics is off. Still got my engine on. Alright, you know what? Because I don't want to just waste the battery. Alright, so let's take a look. Let me see if my headlamp. So
November 860 Charlie Papa.
there's my headlamp. So we did good on the engine. It's still 97%. So we did not break. We didn't break the engine much. Let's turn off the oxygen. So that's actually pretty good. All right. 14. So we ended up with more failures than when we started. But what I am very happy about is that they were failures, but not enough to seize the engine, like it does sometimes. Is there an abandoned ship? Yes, I think so. So the vacuum pump. All right, we got that. Left fuel leak. All right, oxygen leak. Okay, so we didn't even realize our oxygen was depleting. All right, cool. So those are the red ones. Those are the major ones. So I think everything else is like pretty minor. So we can the fuel pump. Okay, I didn't even try to use the fuel pump. Vent blowers, air conditioning, engine monitor, beacon light.
All right, that's it for me. Thanks, Mark.
All right, boss. Thanks for coming, man.
Good times.
Indeed. All right, beacon light.
Same with me too. Thanks for the flight.
Not a problem, man. Thanks for coming. It was good to have you.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. All right, nav lights.
How many people are still up in the air?
I think
it looks like 3.
Okay.
So nav lights, taxi lights, so all the lights.
It's a really good flight. I hope I didn't do too bad on my first flight in the United States.
Oh, I think you did fine. There was no one got hurt.
So well, except the person that crashed.
Right. Did you have something? Did you directly cause that?
No.
All right, you're good. You're good.
That was at their own fruition.
All right, landing light.
First time flying this aircraft as well, so took a bit of a risk.
Oh, gotcha. Which one did you fly?
The new DA50 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. New Diamond DA50.
Gotcha.
Really great. It only cost me about £12, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Every diamond, in my opinion, is like one of the funnest things to fly.
Right.
We've had the diamond in X-Plane for a while
So
now.
Com2
It's
Nav
still one
1.
of the best planes ever.
That was a great combination. I really enjoyed that one.
But like so complex at the same time.
All right, so we're gonna reset. Yeah, that was the last one. Lights are back on. I don't need my headlamp anymore. Oh, it would have been nice to have this lamp. So these panels, they keep breaking. They're usually the first things to go. Okay, go ahead and
yeah, for the diamond, one of my friends, he got early access to a DA42, which is like it's like a DA62
starve
but a
the
little bit
engine.
smaller.
Get
We
the
did a
propeller
tour
down.
on that thing. That was
We're gonna turn off the avionics.
Oh, yeah.
We just like get everything later for
This one, we can turn this off now.
What's this on the flight sim?
No, X-Plane.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right, so now we can turn off the beacon lights. Panel, we can turn off all the panel lights or most of them. Then we can the magnetos, turn them off.
Where I work, there's a flight school that operates
this
a
up.
whole fleet of them. We're good friends with the line managers.
Oh yeah, we still can't open. Who's here? No one's here. All right, we got that panel switch over there.
My AirPods. What?
Alternators and the power, and there we go.
does appear that you do not have a runway.
Rookie, that was quite a flight, man, and you were here.
Synthetic vision time.
I'm glad you were here, making your comments,
Oh, these are not
keeping me focused, making me laugh, keeping me focused. I appreciate
Oh, the runway's there.
All right, good deal. So, let's try and wrap this up in a couple words, right? So the plan was we had this wonderful visual route that we're going to take.
Yeah.
We then had bad weather.
I swap between them a lot.
So
but
because of the bad weather, we're like, we'll still try the visual, but if we
for,
can't do it, then we'll
my
do a
helicopter.
pop-up
I was
IFR.
Very much considering ring
So
estimate
our first major mishap
Okay, the runway's not here, but the
was
lights
that
are.
we
So
went
let's
off
treat this as a
course
soft field.
somewhere around here. Or maybe we were on course.
Old
I don't know, but
scenery.
I know that
I guess I forgot to pack.
I know that we, before we got to Belfield, we basically started going north. So then at some point, I think we were kind of
There's
doing.
also old scenery for like 10.
Can you see? Yeah. I think we're kind of doing some kind of route like this. So I don't think. Yeah. So we were nowhere near. We didn't hit any of this over here. So we ended up using this VOR to try and figure out where we were. We were above the clouds at this point. I kind of turned around a little bit. Actually, you know what? You know what's even better? Bonanza. Bonanza can give us an exact visual of our flight. Yeah, so, well, not an exact. So, but at some point, we started climbing up, and I was like, oh man, these clouds over here are too high. We're gonna ice, and I didn't know if this thing had a carburetor, so we turned around to try and climb, and I think you can see the profile. We started climbing, we climbed some more, and they were like, all right, we're high enough, and then we kept climbing. Got to about, I think, 12 or 14,000 feet. And then there was an opportunity to get back underneath the clouds and get a visual. So we had the road, and then we went to Mandan, and they were like, you know what? It's the river, Mandan. This got to be the airport. And then we were able to do that. So I think we did okay, guys. I think we did okay. All right, let's see who we can run this party to. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this train, this airplane train going. Oh, what a loud! Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was super duper loud. All right, Bursus is flying. Oh, there goes that plane. Jeffrey B. I haven't rated him in a while. Let's see if he's still doing something. He's been on for 2.5 hours.
Yep, my control XG.
He is doing.
JB. Am I jumping on ground then?
Yeah. Let's do that guy. What? A rat. Poof. All right, gang. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's start this raid. You guys show Jeffrey B some love. I'm your boy Tabletop Android. I stream. Wait, let me do that end thing here. I stream every Tuesday. I hang out with thepilotclub.org. I'm always playing around with aviation stuff. I'm doing look, a fuel leak repair truck. Yes, I should be looking for those things, right? I'm doing some scenery development. So the next project that I'm working on is Wayne, America, which happens in Nebraska in Wayne Municipal Airport. So I'm trying to drop that this week or next week. The Pilot Club does have an event with Wayne America at the end of May. So hopefully I'll have all that stuff in decent time. All right, gang. Rookie, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here. I will see you as well. You guys stick around for Jeffrey B. He is controlling right now, so that's always fun. I'm Tabletop Android, and I am out of here. Take it easy.